Hi viewers, continuing this series, we will discuss about multiple registrations in a particular property. How these multiple registrations happen? Basically, few people who are involved in doing fraud activities, they take up a particular property which is vulnerable and the owner of the property is not identifiable, or they have taken a illegal possession, or they know they can take advantage of the situation. They start doing multiple registrations. They create fraud identity cards, they create fraud photos, they take advantage of the situation, they approach the sub register office, they get it a registration by forgery. And after registration of the document, they start selling the property to different people. They split the property. Say, if at all there is a 500 square yards of land, they split it into 100 square yards and start selling to their nearest relatives in the first place. Thereafter, the nearest relatives will sell to third parties. This is only to show that they create a link showing that the registrations are very genuine. When we check the registrations right from the beginning through predecessors, we can identify that there is a lacuna in the link. There is a gap. There is certain things which are not correct. Like you can identify with the age, with the photos of the seller or vendor in the documents. And there will be fraud registrations, like they will show endorsements instead of registration numbers. In this process, we can identify whether the document is forged or not. Further, when there is a different registration office mentioned on different documents, we should understand that there is something wrong in the linked documents and the process of registrations. Usually, when there is one property, it will have a jurisdiction of one sub-register. But to take advantage of that situation, register in a different registration office so that there is no objection from the sub-register. And they do the registrations and they get the forged document in hand, and thereafter they sell to third parties without verifying if the buyers purchase these properties will only lead to multiple litigations, and ultimately buyer will be at the losing end with loss of money as well as property. In case if this happens, what the buyer should do? Once the buyer comes to know that he has bought a litigation land without proper registration or without title, he should immediately file a case, police case, against the seller, and he should get the document cancelled and should try to recover the money from the seller. Further, to avoid more litigations, he should make sure that he files a court case as well against the seller. Even file a case for declaration and possession of the property in case if there is no one else who is interested in the property. There are chances that present buyer of the property will get the title and possession.